Good afternoon. It is Friday, January 20th, 2023. How do you respond to real life hardship and suffering? If you've experienced an economic downturn or a loss of job or a natural disaster that's damaged your living or some kind of sickness or death of a family member, all of these cause tremendous suffering. And part of life is experiencing the tragedies of life as well as the blessings. The Apostle Paul is serving time in prison as he writes to the Philippian church. And interestingly, he does not blame or scapegoat anyone else for his imprisonment. He doesn't try and find fault. He's not angry at the Roman government or angry at God about his misfortune. Look what he does do. Philippians chapter 1, verses 12 to 14, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition. And I want you to know, my dear brothers and sisters, that everything that has happened to me here has helped to spread the good news. For everyone here, including the whole palace guard, knows that I am in chains because of Christ. And because of my imprisonment, most of the believers here have gained confidence and boldly speak God's message without fear. What an amazing way to look at the misfortune, the tragedy, the injustice of being imprisoned. The first thing he does is he holds his friends close. He writes to his dear brothers and sisters. He keeps up the communication with them, and he makes sure he keeps those good relationships going, those supportive, helpful relationships. So often we want to withdraw within ourselves and fail to remember that we've got good, loving, caring people who could share our sorrow with us. And he tells them that everything that's happened, both the good things that have happened and the bad things that have happened, helped spread the good news. The Apostle Paul recognizes that he is part of a greater enterprise than just what he's doing. There's more to his life. It's not all about him. There's more to his life than just his temporary suffering. He's part of a worldwide redemption focus that God is about bringing men and women to himself. And so he says, everything that's happened, it's helped to spread the gospel. He says, I've had a chance to share with the whole palace guard. Every few hours, there's a new shift of guards, and I can tell them about Jesus. He is thrilled for the different opportunities he has. So often when things are bad, we start looking around at people around us saying, what can they do for me? What can they do for me? Paul sees someone new and he goes, great, I can tell them about Jesus. It's amazing the difference in attitude that the Apostle Paul has compared to what we so commonly exhibit. Looking at others as someone new to share with, not someone new to take from. The reality, he says, is I'm in chains. And I can't imagine what it's like to have your freedom so curtailed by arrest and imprisonment and chains. But the truth is, he says, that just means I got a captive audience. I'm imprisoned, and here's what happened. Others see what's going on with me, and they gain confidence. We've got believers that are boldly speaking without fear. They're sharing the gospel without fear, whereas before they were afraid. They recognize that the imprisonment I'm suffering is not the end of the world or the worst thing that could happen. It's another opportunity to share the gospel. Bad things happen and tragedies occur. But our prayer is that God will strengthen us and use them to give us opportunities to tell people about his love. It's so easy to get wrapped up in ourselves and become selfish and self-centered and think we're the only ones that have ever had agonizing pain. But what the reality is, it's all part of God's plan to bring people to himself. And we can be a part of helping share that gospel if we look for the kind of boldness and faith to get us through. May God bless you this week, and may you recognize the ability to speak boldly without fear, whatever circumstances are going on. God bless you.